Matt, do you remember when you were a new scout and the thought of becoming an Eagle seemed a long ways away, an impossible goal to achieve? Look back at the experience that you have encountered in your striving to reach this high achievement. This experience should not be forgotten. You should profit from making sure that adverse ones do not occur again. Experience is valuable if you heed its lessons. All the while you were on the trail, we watched you study, we saw you learn. By doing first, you were only a scout.
I am the Scout. My badge represents the International Brotherhood of Scouting, which I have joined.
Do you remember when you took that first step upon the trail to become an Eagle? With that first step, you began to grow physically, mentally, and morally. You started living the oath and law. Soon you attended the tenderfoot rank.
I am the tenderfoot. My 3 points stand for the 3 points of the Scout Oath. Duty to God and my country, duty to other people, and duty to myself. You will find me on the mariner's compass, forever pointing the way to the North Star in a safe journey in life. On my face, 2 stars represent truth and knowledge. The shield is an emblem of a nation molded together in justice, and an eagle guards the freedom of my land.
Once inspired by the spirit of scouting, you will not stay a tenderfoot for long. Putting a simple achievement behind you, you quickly climb the rank of second-class scout.
I am second class. The ends of my scroll are turned up in the willing smile of scout. On my face is the motto, be prepared. Suspended from me is the knot, tied to remind you of the slogan of Boy Scouts of America, do a good turn daily.
Some, like you, were stopping to catch their breath before continuing along the trail. You began to study more. You worked harder, and you, almost before you know it, you topped the first summit on the trail to Eagle when you received your first class badge.
I am the first class. I was tenderfoot and laid my course by the stars of truth and knowledge, and girded myself with the righteousness of justice and freedom. I added a smile that I might be a friend to all, and bound myself together with the knot of duty to others.
There you found a tempting green meadow by a crystal clear stream, bathed in the sun. Here you were tempted to remain. Yes, you could have remained there to live as first-class glory, but your ambition stirred you. We remember your advancement to Star Scout.
I am the star. Now that I can stand alone, I have the right to improve on my own. To me goes the honor of choosing my field. Before me lies the horizon of endless opportunities.
The trail from first class to star was not as difficult as it had seemed. This spurred you on, and again you climbed farther. The trail was steeper and less worn. Fewer scouts seemed to be headed in your direction. Looked down and saw the crowds below you. You looked up and saw a few above you with the same determination which you started your climb. You continued up the trail. Gaining to the next summit was not as easy. Much leadership, service, hard work to be done. Soon you earned the rank of Life Scout.
I am the life. I have shown the whole world that scouting is in my heart. I have mastered the knowledge of subjects that will benefit my country and my fellow man. I am ready to reach for my wings to fly.
While the Life Scout is much coveted position and deserves much credit, the Eagle Trail does not stop there. This still leads on to the summit. This pathway narrows, steepens considerably as it winds its way along the narrow ledge. It becomes tougher and more trying. Many things have to be done in order to conquer these last miles. Additional merit badges were earned. Your leadership and service to others was tested through your Eagle Service Project. Only those with the greatest amount of persistence and courage are able to gain the thrill of victory. You're on your way to Eagle.
I am the Eagle.
Since the beginning of time, man has used me and my brothers as a symbol of royalty, power, victory, and valor. My strength and courage has inspired men throughout the ages. I am the eagle. I am prepared to stand for the virtues of freedom, strength, and pride. I am the eagle. I am prepared to serve my God, my country, and my fellow man. I am the eagle. I am prepared to stand for honesty, truth, and integrity. I am the eagle. I am prepared to lead others and to accomplish set tasks to the best of my ability. I am the eagle. I am prepared to cross all lines of race, creed, and nationality. I am the eagle. I am prepared to be self-reliant and resourceful. I am the eagle. I am prepared.
Yes, we have watched your character unfold and become more manly. We have watched your leadership expand into a valuable asset. We have watched your mind develop and your wisdom increase. We have watched all the things in you that you now are the threshold of your goal. We welcome you for what you have done in climbing in a true scout manner. Scouts, may be seated. Eagle candidate Matthew Williams, I charge you to enter this Eagle Scout Brotherhood wholly without reservation, and never before your ideals of honor and service. By speaking the Eagle Scout promise before your fellow members, you will become an Eagle Scout. Through the words you use may be similar to those by which you joined Scouting. Today they will mean more than they could have meant any time in the past. When you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you will be sealing your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout with the words which were closed in the Declaration of Independence. Eagle Scouts, please stand. Scouts, attention. Candidate, Scout sign. Repeat after me. I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of an Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example, and my status and my influence count strongly for better scouting and better citizenship in my truth in my community and in my contacts with other people. To this I pledge my sacred honor. Two.
The foremost responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor. To an Eagle Scout, honor is the foundation of all character. He knows that a scout is trustworthy. It is the very first point of the Scout Law for a good reason. An Eagle Scout lives honorably, not only because honor is important to him, but because of the vital significance of the example he sets for other scouts. Living honorably reflects credit on his home, his church, his troops, and his community. May the white of the Eagle badge remind you to always live with honor. The second obligation of the Eagle Scout is loyalty. A scout is true to his family, scout leaders, friends, school, and nation. His loyalty to his troop and brother scouts make him pitch in and carry his share of the load. All these help to build a loyalty that means devotion to community, to country, to one's own ideals, and to God. But the blue of the Eagle badge always inspires your loyalty. The third obligation of the Eagle Scout is to be courageous. Courage has always been a quality by which men measure themselves and others. To a scout, bravery means not only the courage to face physical dangers, but to also but also the determination to stand up for the right, trusting in God with faith in his fellow man. He looks forward to each day, seeking his share of the world's work to do. Let the red of the Eagle badge remind you always of courage. The fourth obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be cheerful. To remind the Eagle Scout to always wear a smile. The red, white, and blue ribbon is attached to the scroll of the second class Scout Award, which has its ends turned up in a smile. The final responsibility of an Eagle Scout is service. The Eagle Scout extends a helping hand to those who still toil up Scouting's trail, just as others helped him in his climb to Eagle. The performance of the daily good turn takes on a new meaning when he enters a more adult life of continuing service to others. The Eagle stands as a protector of the weak and helpless. He aids and comforts the unfortunate and the oppressed. He upholds the right of others while defending his own. He will always be prepared to put forth his best. You deserve much credit for having achieved Scout's highest award, but wear your award with humility. Ever mindful the Eagle Scout is looked up to as an example. May the Scout Oath and the Scout Law be your guide for tomorrow and onward.
It is my privilege to announce you, Matt MacWilliams, an Eagle Scout. Matt, come up here. I don't think I've ever had to dress you like this before. Easier and a little shorter too. Yeah. Good thing it's not any taller.
Seems like it is for Sam.
Congratulations. Karen and Todd. Mrs. MacWilliams, will you please pin the Eagle badge on Matt? As a symbol of the advice and counsel provided to you by your mother as you advance along the Eagle Trail, I now ask you, Matthew, to pin the miniature eagle pin on your mother. As a symbol of fatherly guidance provided by as advancing along the Eagle Trail, I now ask you, Matthew, to present this token to your father. Matthew, it's many people that helped you along this trail to Eagle. Is there anyone specific that you would like to recognize as a mentor?
Yes, I'd like to recognize Russ Washburn as my mentor because he has spent countless hours with me, helping me plan and execute my Eagle Scout project.
Matt, I'd like to present you with your Eagle Scout certificate.
Matt, how would you like to give a short speech? Not any longer than 5 minutes.
This moment of my life is one of, if not the most, my happiest moments. This badge proves that I've worked hard and long to achieve it. I'd like to thank the scouts of my troop, the troop committee, and the leaders of the troop for encouraging me to achieve this badge. I'd also like to thank my parents, and mostly my mother, for serving on the committee and helping me throughout scouting. And I plan on staying in the troop as an adult leader for years to come.
Before we close, is there any adults in the troop that have anything they want to say about Matt over the years he's in the troop? No? I will. George?
I'd like to congratulate Matt on behalf of the Mayor of Cleveland on the Eagle Scout.
I do remember one time, quite a few years ago, when we were in South Dakota at summer camp, and Matt was learning how to carve. He tried to carve his hand twice. And the second time he'd already seen what happens when you put hand sanitizer on a cut. And I decided we needed to sanitize his cut so it wouldn't get infected. And even as small as he was at the time, it was a hard job just getting to hold still so I could put a little bit of hand sanitizer on his hand and clean it. But he hasn't cut himself since then that I know of.
One of the times I remember with Matt, we do the ditch cleanup, we call it, twice a year, and we were out picking up trash, and he was in my group, and he was missing a lot of trash, and I gave him a hard time about it, and he looked at me and said, "There's only been one person in this world and crucified him."
Tom, would you like to do closing?
Scout attention. Flag guard advance. Scout salute. Color guard, retire the colors.
2.